Let's talk about that Death Wish trailer. I'll tell you, it's. I thought I was going to hate it, but as it was unfolding before me, I'm like, Eli Roth is a brutal director. This might be interesting. Joe Carnahan, the writer of Narc, kind of wrote this movie. And Bruce Willis killing people. I don't know. There's something about it, that combination, that's making me go on board, and looks kind of compelling to me.
Well, Narc is a great film.
Yes.
If I'm trying to think of who else could take over for Chuck Bronson from the 1974 Death Wish. There was like 15 Death Wishes made. It was like Death Wish Spring Break, Death Wish Goes to College.
There was a fair amount of Death Wish movies, yes. And Bruce Willis is literally the only person who could take it over.
I mean, I'm watching it. I was like, wow, this is a fantastic advertisement for the NRA, because it's just like, get a gun and solve your problems.
I want, after sitting through Detroit last night, I literally in my head, I was sick to my stomach and going, I don't know if I can see any more just wanton violence. I mean, the entire middle of the movie last night, it just makes you go, why are there guns?
Because it was so grounded and brutal and realistic that it made you now.
But then I see this trailer,
Death Wish is the opposite.
Well, and I contain multitudes, because I'm like, I'm fucking in. I want to see. I cannot wait.
Because it's a cartoon.
Yeah,
it's literally it's a violence cartoon.
But I want bang bang violence. Like, I want real. Like, I don't need the cute Jack line. I mean, it's like I don't want a funny Death Wish guy. I wish Bruce Willis was more morose and angry and just one noted his way through it and just fucking murdered everybody.
You're gonna get some quippy lines.
Yeah,
You're gonna get them.
That's what comes with the Willis friend. You get a bag of quips.
I understand it, but I don't. You know what?
Free bag of quips with the Willis.
Cop. Give me a quippy cop on his trail, and he comes in and he like kind of makes light of everything. Yeah, but I don't need. I want Willis.
Who's
to be
the
more
quippy
grim.
cop on his trail? Who do we cast as that guy?
You know what's funny? In my mind, I immediately went to John Candy from Blues Brothers. John Candy, like that cop.
3 orange whips while he's just shotgun pumping his weight.
Jason Segel, Kevin James, maybe.
Right. Yeah, well, no, Kevin James is too goofy. Like Jason Segel he looks like the put upon hangdog, almost like the Judge Reinhold from Beverly Hills Cop. Like, but almost like world weary and worn. And then he comes in and he gives like the little quip, and everybody hates him. I don't care. I'll take a quippy cop if everybody hates him.
Right.
But I just don't need, like, Jack's gonna do it. Nah, just put bullets in mouths. I don't need to see you doing a fucking vodioto with a big ass toe chain. You know what I mean? And creative death. Hey, it's Death Wish, man. Unload and put 6 in his face. Honestly, I don't need you to have. Hey, I hooked up a saw trap for that guy. Fuck you, man.
There's
just throw a grenade into their buildings.
There is going to be a variety of ways that people are going to die in this movie. It's not just going to be.
I want to see a bunch of thugs in a pool, and he's just like
he electrocutes it.
Yeah, I hope you like your TV, and throws the TV.
Yeah. No, I want to see thugs in a pool. And then he swoops in a chopper and just blows them all away and just leaves a pool full of chum. I want him to single out one guy and like kill everybody but that guy. Follow him for 9 months, let him get his girlfriend pregnant, and then at the birth comes in, kills the baby in front of him. That's what I want. I want that kind of Death Wish.
That sounds horrific.
Disguised as the doctor. Like literally, he's got like Willis has the doctor thing on, pulls the baby. It's a boy, and then he just spikes it like a football, and then he kills everybody in the room.
40-year-old boy podcast, folks. Tune in.
A little bit of anger about childbirth.
We got to stop having kids. I think that's what Mike's talking about. The world's overpopulated.
Listen, I want a revenge movie that's a real fucking revenge movie, is my point. Take everybody out. Take out generations, not just people.
Chuck Bronson didn't fuck around.
Exactly, right?
One of my favorite lines in the movie was like, he just has a bag, and he's like, what's that? Bait.
Yep. That's what I mean because in that movie he becomes a death robot.
Yeah.
And again when you see the horrific scene, like you see the suffering, that's such a key to Death Wish. You see the suffering of the maid and the family. So you understand why Bronson's doing it, and that's why you're so invested, almost like a football team, where you're like, murder everybody, because you saw the terrible things that they did.
Right.
So that's why in this movie he better not look. I don't want to see Elizabeth Shue raped again. All right, I'll go on record with that.
Yeah.
But don't give short shrift to the suffering of his family, because it explains who he is, and that's why I don't need quips from a guy whose wife just got a train run on her by the fucking the Death Lords or whatever the gang's going to be called. You know, you need to be angry and invested in that anger.
Right.
And we have to, it's uncomfortable probably to root for a white guy going and shooting people in the inner city, maybe at this point in time.
Well, you.
But at the same time, you want to invest in that guy, and because you understand his fucking horrible pain.
You know, in the trailer, the mother's dead. As soon as the daughter goes, "Where's mom?"
Where's mom? And he hugs her. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. You know. Okay. Now we know what happened. So.
But if you've seen the original Death Wish, you know what I mean.
Yes. It's you know there's a reason for the revenge.
Yeah, but like I said, it's revenge in Bronson's Death Wish.
Right.
I understand when times are different. You got to write maybe some quips and silliness and stuff like that. But I prefer give me the scythe every day.
Right.
Give me the scythe.
And the next trailer we saw is Mother. Now this is the Darren Aronofsky Jennifer Lawrence movie. Now I'll tell you, Darren Aronofsky, I've always been a fan of his since going back to Pi. I always thought that was
crazy.
An incredible film.
One of those movies where
I
didn't know, like I was like, all right, well, what's this?
Lo-fi sci-fi.
Yep.
And but it was so compelling, and his his directing is he's one of those auteurs where it's a Darren Aronofsky movie. Whether it's Black Swan or whatever, it's like, well, he's the only one that could have made that movie.
Right.
That's what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to be, and that's his movie.
Yeah, The Wrestler, Requiem for a Dream.
The Wrestler,
right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, The Wrestler was such a great film, and The Wrestler was ironically one of his most mainstream movies. And,
but it's so perfectly real about that entire. Good. He immersed himself in that whole universe and everything around it. Did you? And while I know we're getting to the trailer. Requiem for a Dream. You guys are movie guys, more than me, and so you run in those circles. Is that the unbelievable classic that I believe it to be?
No.
People don't. It's not. It doesn't get that respect, or it's not put on, because to me it should be shown to all film classes everywhere.
I didn't like it as much. No,
God.
No.
I liked it. I liked it for a while, but then after a while I was like, yeah, drugs are bad. I got it.
I don't think it's his best movie. I think there's better movies in his stable for sure.
I think either Pi or The Wrestler.
Yeah, or definitely better films.
It was so filled with no hope that it gave me hope. Does that make sense?
No.
Have you ever had that weird reverse thing where you watch something?
Not at all. I don't get it at all.
It was so bleak. You in your head, you went, well, nothing will ever be that bleak. I mean, it almost gives you strength in your own life to go, well, I've not done that yet. No one's cut my arm off with a power saw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just
nobody gave you a double-ended dildo and went ass to ass.
Oh, the greatest.
Let me recommend Last Exit from Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, all right, exactly.
If you really want to feel better about yourself.
There's another good pick-me-up.
Oh my God, one of the bleakest movies I've ever seen.
The scene where Leto's on the phone to her and she's about to go to the ass to ass, and she says, "Can you come home?" And the tear, and you, oh no, I mean, come on, that's when they did that. Like literally, if I did something that good, even of that 5 minutes, I would quit show business forever and be exalted. I would go, everybody call me a genius for that. And now, but he continues to make unbelievable work. So continue about Mother. I apologize.
Yes, well, Mother is a typical Darren Aronofsky movie. You see the trailer, and I'm like, all right, well, this is it's weird.
It's also seems like it's kind of straight horror.
It's hard.
Which he hasn't done a lot, I don't think.
Horror thriller. It looks like he's kind of like doing that tightrope between both, where it's kind of a thriller, but also seems like there's horror elements. Now the horror elements may just be like hallucinations, like you're not sure from the trailer, and that's the point of the trailer. The trailer is to just kind of get you a taste of this world and what's going on and make you curious, which is what a trailer should do.
And it makes you guess everything that's going on.
Yes.
Oh, well, he's him. Oh, well, that's going on, and this is why this is happening.
Yeah, is the husband in on it? Who are these two people that are coming to visit, and why is it called Mother? So all these things. So, but the trailer
wall they got to knock.
Yeah. So weird. The wall goes through, and then all of a sudden everything decays. There's
an Amityville horror.
Light bulb filled with blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got
I've never seen that at a Best Buy.
During 3-day sales.
3-day sale.
Black Friday.
MikeSchmidt.com, ladies and gentlemen. Black blood bulb.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see this movie just because it looks crazy.
And we just talked about how, again, cape and cowl fatigue and, a lot of CGI and stuff like that. If someone says to you, hey, Darren Aronofsky made a movie, and it's got Javier Bardem, Ed Harris, and Michelle Pfeiffer in it. Are you in?
And Jennifer
And
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Are you going to watch that? Oh my Christ! Yes,
Yes,
immediately.
yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I want to watch
cast alone.
brilliant people doing brilliant things under the guise of a brilliant man.
And Javier Bardem being a creep. Oh God.
Perfect.
It
Like-
is. He is in the zone when he does
when he
it's
goes
like Michael Shannon.
Oh, when he gets stone-faced, you're just
Yeah.
like, uh-oh,
Yeah.
this is bad.
Yeah, like it makes you uncomfortable in your seat, like he's going to reach through the screen and strangle you.
Yeah, and he's gonna put his hand on your shoulder and talk in a low voice, and you're gonna think like, oh, this is the last voice I'm gonna hear before I die.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
It's got that Spanish thing, have the little accent to it, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm finished. I'm done.
Terrifying.
Is there
Terrifying.
something you want me to
Michael
help you?
Shannon, dude. You know, it's funny in the book, in the Comedy Film Nerds book, we had like our dream projects at the end,
Right.
And I wanted a Blood Meridian movie, and I said
Yes.
I wanted Val Kilmer to be the judge, and I venture to say now Michael Shannon should be the judge in
Right.
Blood Meridian. I'm just ridiculously good and everything.
Well, yeah, Val Kilmer was a little fucking
a little
Kurtz
long
up
in the tooth, and he's walking around with a Mark Twain wig on these days.
a little
and-
Kurtz up the river. You know what I mean? He's got a Montanari army out there in Albuquerque, wherever the hell
Yeah.
he's living. Things
Fine with
get-
me, yeah. That thing where he's like smashing bottles and putting them back together, you know what I
Along-
mean? And then taking
Yeah.
photos of them. You're like, all right, well,
Yeah, is that
good
the
for
guy
you.
from Real Genius?